Hello and welcome again to Red Gaming Tech. My name is Marta. Today is the 1st of August and I have some rather disappointing news regarding the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Now. Now I suppose Sony was due a little bit of a misstep when it comes to the PlayStation 4 as well. The PlayStation Now beta is now live, and that basically means that everyone now gets to see, well not everyone, but people involved in the beta, how much it costs to stream games from Sony, and unfortunately it's not looking very pretty. Now basically these are just some of the US prices for 90-day rentals for old PS3 games on the PlayStation 4, and as I said, this isn't to buy the game, this is just to rent it, as I said, for 90 days. So for F1 2013 you pay $49.99, for NASCAR 14 is $39.99, Dirt 3 will cost you $26.99, Grid 2 is $22.99, Deus Ex Revolution is $29.99, and Metal Gear Solid 4 is $14.99. But there may actually be an upside to these rather staggeringly high prices, as Sony is apparently going to introduce $1.99 rentals as a result of many people quite rightly speaking out and saying that these prices are, well, insanity, to be honest with you. Now obviously you don't have to buy a game for 90 days, you can just buy it for like, I don't know, 7 days, just for an example. So you can rent Deus Ex for 4 hours for $4.99, but that's still $5 for 4 hours. That's kind of madness, to be honest with you. They seriously need to revise these prices, as they are way too high. I genuinely am scratching my head at whoever thought it was okay for you to pay $15 or $14.99 more correctly for 30 days of Final Fantasy 13-2, where you can buy that game new for the same price at your local GameStop. That doesn't make any sense, and to be honest, in a world where we have Netflix and Amazon Prime and Now TV and God knows how many other streaming services, Crunchyroll and all that, it's gonna have some tough work on its hands. And obviously Netflix and that don't do video game streaming, so they're not going to be able to offer as cheap as Netflix and all that. I know their overheads are going to be much higher because they're streaming a lot more data than Netflix are, even if you're dealing with, like, I don't know, a 3-hour epic like, I don't know, the director's cut of Gladiator, just for example. So we're not going to see a service that's as cheap as Netflix for Sony, and that's fine. I don't think anyone expected, you know, you can play any game you want for $5.99 or whatever, but paying this much just for one game is ridiculous. I would think that most people would be happy to pay, like, I don't know, $20 a month and you get a choice of a certain amount of games, or it could be unlimited, but I think you say pay $20 and you get to play, let's just say, I don't know, 6 or 7 games in a month. That sounds pretty reasonable to me. And perhaps if there's a newer game that you want to stream, then you might have to pay a little bit extra on top, like say $1.99 for a couple of days or whatever. That could work. That would be more reasonable, but the pricing they have now is just madness, and this service is going to fall flat on its face into a pit of spikes if it doesn't sort itself out. Now it does seem that Sony is already listening to the feedback, which is good, but it does kind of make me scratch my head massively that they thought that this wouldn't happen, that they didn't think people would react this way, because I don't know why they think we have this much money to throw away. $50 for 90 days of F1 2013 is bonkers, to be quite honest with you. But enough of the bashing. I think, to be honest, well, not bashing, but you know what I mean, guys. The complaining, I suppose, is more of the correct word. What I want you guys to do, if you'll humour me for a moment, is to hit me up in the comments section with opinions on the sort of service pricing that you would like to see realistically now. Keep in mind that they are not going to be able to do it as cheap as Netflix because, well, as I said, they're streaming a lot more data. So realistically, what would you like to see? How would you like to see them structure it? Because I don't know if they're going to be able to offer unlimited for X amount. It'll probably be, as I said, $20 for say 6 games or whatever. But as I said, give me your opinions, your thoughts, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.